talking about a divorce, and she doesn't even want custody of the kids. Oh, hello, and you're watching the news, your number one source for everything news. I'm Chip Schwadelberg.
And I'm Steve.
And now the weather. Big thanks to our field reporter, brave man. Breaking news, new tensions over the country's policies on immigration have led to surges of racism and violence. Earlier this week, President Trump took to Twitter to address his thoughts on the issue, tweeting that his views on immigration, quote, have not changed, and he wants all of the very bad immigrants out. We are making changes. They're going to be very good. The best, end quote. This morning, news from the Supreme Court about rumors concerning a ruling to ban all immigrants or those with immigrant ancestry is being discussed.
That's right, Chad Scribbletosh. That means you folks, if your ancestors didn't cross into North America using the land bridge, we're looking at you pilgrims, you will now need to leave the country or risk deportation. In local news, 10 people in Poway died last night due to a fire that killed 10 people last night in Poway during a fire. Fire officials say that all 10 people died last night in Poway due to a fire which was too hot for their bodies.
What a tragedy. Now, in sports, surprise, surprise, football players are still getting concussions. The Redskins are still racist. The rest of the world is still mad at us for using the word football wrong, and LeBron James is still flopping. Now, to add a little bit more fun to your weekend, sports betting is now made legal. Another way for your best friend to go broke and end up living for months at a time on your couch. We're talking to you, Erica. Directly to you. Now, we are very pleased to be joined by some guest speakers who are speaking about their views on the immigration policies.
Hi, Steve, Scad. It's such a pleasure to be here. I'm just so grateful, you know. Let me take a selfie real quick for my blog. Hey. Okay, so first I went on to 23andme.com. And it was just the greatest experience I've ever had in my life, you know? It's just like, it took an entire month for me to get my results, but I'm just so glad I did it. There wasn't even like free 2-day shipping though, so it was like, took forever. But I did learn that I'm 3% Cherokee, so, which makes sense though, because my grandpa said that my great-great-grandma's half-cousin's uncle's daughter, 3 times removed, was a Cherokee princess. So I've really just like learned so much about myself through this great experience. Did you see the feather in my hair right here?
Ah, yes, that's a lovely cultural appropriation you got going
Oh my gosh,
on.
thank you so much. I'm so glad you noticed. I was just like, I am just so happy to be here. It's just so great. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I just like feel like I've found a new inner me, and I've just like connected with my inner spirit, and it's just like so great. And so just like I feel like I can talk to raccoons now, and I just love to stare out at the stars, you know. It's just so great. And I've made a lot of dream catchers, like it's just so awesome.
So what are your views on the new immigration policy?
Well, I'm not a farmer, so I don't really know much about irrigation.
Well, thank you for being on the show. Please don't ever come back.
That did not just happen.
It did.
All right, thanks, Bab Shinertoss. Now, our next guest, who do we have here? Yes, our guest recently migrated to the U.S. from South Korea and has been working for the last 3 months. Now, we met him earlier with our translators, and he said he was happy to be living the American dream, and he was trying his best to make America a better place. He's devastated by the prospect of having to leave so soon. Unfortunately, our translators have the flu, so we will be providing subtitles for our viewers at home. So, first off, do you agree with President Trump's remarks on immigration?
솔직히 나는 그렇게 많이 좋아하지 않는다. 그래서 나는 아니라고 말하려고 합니다.
I see. Now, how would you describe your immigration process?
나는 이것이 도움이 된다고 생각하지 않습니다.
Fascinating. Thank you for that perspective.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I love it here.
Now, Steve, I believe you have our next guest as well.
All right, thanks, Lad Lightertoss. Now we have a representative from the Hopi Nation here to give her thoughts on the statement against immigrants.
Well, Trump has championed his anti-immigrant ideal throughout his campaign and now his presidency. He says he wants to drastically reduce the amount of immigrants in this country. His supporters have been very vocal about it.
It's true, there's been multiple rants about immigrants in this country. Now, what are your thoughts exactly?
My thought for all of you is, do you realize that you are all immigrants or children of immigrants? Isn't that what you love about America? The fact that we all come from all over the place? If we can put up with you in our land, can you put up with a couple more?
Thank you very much for that insight. And now for your highly anticipated next segment, we have President Trump joining us for an interview.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'm here. I just want to say we have so many, millions. We have so many immigrants that are coming into this country. They bring in crime. They're rapists. They're just horrible. They don't do anything. They don't belong. It's just we need to get them all out. They don't belong.
President Trump, you are aware that you yourself are a third-generation immigrant. Your grandfather came from Germany, Johannes Trump, are we correct? So you yourself would in fact be included in the deportation.
I never said that. That's fake news. Believe me. Coming from me, that's fake news. I love immigrants. I've never said that I hate immigrants. I always want to keep them in our country. They are so great for our economy. I want them all to come into this country. Everybody from China, from Mexico, from Wakanda, especially from China. I love them all. They're great for our economy, and they're just fantastic. They're absolutely fantastic.
Well, there you have it, folks.
I'm Schneed Bibblebops.
And I'm Steve. And that's
This-
your news from News Show.
Have a
Good night.
great day.
Night.